right, good morning, guys. Hope everybody is connecting well. You guys can hear me. Um, Tested my audio. My name is Keith Flynn. I'm Director of Digital Marketing here at West USA Realty. Excited to have you guys here this morning. As you see, we are going to be going through Instagram basics for real estate professionals. Just bear with me this morning here as we have people logging on to the class. I'm admitting them in to the waiting room, and we will get rocking and rolling. Let's see. Make sure you guys can unmute yourself. Yep, cool. Start video if you want to. Awesome. The reason why I checked that setting is because if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to jump on while we're going through the presentation, you guys can do so and stop me. Fire away. Whatever is bugging you about Instagram, happy to help out where I can. I was gonna try to do a lot, like share a screen from my phone and get into some of the extreme functionality of it, but I'm having a little technical difficulty this morning. So obviously, but still a lot of value for you. But we'll see what shakes out. All right, let's see. Let's get rocking and rolling. Yeah, cool. All right, nice. Justin joining us. Yeah. So guys, we get rock and rolling here. This is recorded, so obviously anybody who has any questions afterwards, you can always go back and follow the recording. We do host all of our webinars on our YouTube channel, my past classes as well as other classes that we have here at West USA. Lots of opportunity for you to learn more, grow your knowledge base, really dive into what it is that you're looking to fix with social media, digital marketing, advertising in general. There's a wealth of information there for you. Housekeeping tips, anything I'm thinking of. Whether you want to ask a question via the chat box there or unmute your mic, by all means, feel free to do so while we're cranking through it. One of the cool things at West USA is we have awesome sponsors who help facilitate you guys and your needs in the real estate industry. And so we every month have a couple sponsors who will jump on for my webinars. This month, very fortunate to have Justin from Fairway Mortgage and Anthony Cucci from HCP Home Inspection. I believe Justin's here with us. Let's see. Well, he was, and then he dipped. So we'll see if he pops back on. But obviously, with having sponsors, we throw a little shout out to them and a little thank you for our webinars or on our webinars. Anthony Cucci over at HCP, those guys are awesome for home inspection. Just a wealth of knowledge. I reach out to him from time to time to find, everyone's got a guy. I got a guy who's got a guy. And he's definitely, in the crew over there, they definitely got guys. So they help out and they can do what they can for you guys when it comes to your real estate inspection needs. And then, of course, Justin and Justin at Fairway Mortgage. Full disclosure, I did my refinance to those guys. Their team is awesome. Just a wealth of information. Their follow-up is amazing. I was texting, I wish he was here. I was going to joke around about it. I was texting him when he was actually in the middle of just about to have a newborn. So we'll see how he's doing with getting some sleep at night. But the guys over there are awesome at Fairway. If you have any questions or concerns or want to ask anything of them at all, by all means, reach out to them. They have all their contact information there. Actually, Amy just jumped on. Let's see if we can unmute her. Yep. Let's see. Hold on here. Hey, Amy, how are you? Hold on. Let me unmute you there. Or
hi, Keith.
Hey,
I'm so sorry. My security on my computer was not letting me connect, and then it kicked me off.
It always happens for me too. Like right when I get everything else set up, and then like there's like this for first time users, this feature needs to be unlocked. And you're like, oh, come on.
Well, and I started 20 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm going to be nice and early. And anyways, good morning. I'm excited.
Good morning. I was just bragging about, has Justin been getting any sleep with his new little?
Not so much. I think she's a year now. She's a little over a year, but but she came right when like our rates dropped or everybody was refinancing. I think she was born like right when our interest rates went down. So
oh yeah,
I doubt he got any sleep last year.
Yeah, I was just bragging about, in full disclosure, that I had refied through, Justin at Fairway, and the team was awesome over there. And I remember I was texting him questions, and he's like, "I'm at the hospital right now," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, good luck, dude." And so it's amazing how much time flies. But what is happening with the rates? How are things looking?
So we haven't seen a big increase or decrease in rates in a little bit. They're pretty level right now, about 3.25 for a purchase with at least 20% down.
It's awesome.
If you're under that 80/20, obviously the rates are a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not last year, but they're still historically low. I mean, I think people are shocked when their rates in the threes now, because all last year they were used to the twos. But we are a very competitive company. So if you got a buyer and they've got a great rate, but maybe you want them to experience other lenders, we can shop that rate too. So we're definitely very competitive over here at Fairway.
Nice. Yeah. And then I was just thanking, obviously, our sponsors for jumping in. So thank you for taking the time and jumping in this morning. And if you guys have any questions, Amy, how can they get in hold of you?
I can I'll put all our team email address that goes to all 5 of our licensed loan officers, as well as my personal email address. If you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me through Instagram too, if you look me up and follow me anyway. So
Nice.
yeah, we would love to be an option for you guys. For lenders, we've got a couple tricks to help you get your offers accepted in this really competitive market. So if you want to know more about that, please reach out to me, and I'd love to tell you guys how our team operates.
Yeah, obviously, drop that into the chat box there. We really appreciate that, Amy. And then if anyone can reach out to you, they can have your contact information. So awesome. All right, cool. Well, hey guys, we'll get cranking and going and moving along here. With Instagram, you guys have it's ever changing. It just really is amazing how much there is to grasp when it comes to the basics of Instagram. Um, get into just obviously why we need to be using it, why it's beneficial for you as a real estate agent, and then some of the suggestions I have for content creation. And then we obviously, as I mentioned, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat box there, or unmute your mic, and happy to chat with you. I'm sure your question is not a bad question, because all questions are good questions, and we'll get going from there. So just going through the agenda here, just gonna hit you guys with some statistics on Instagram. How many people are using it, how long are they using it, why it's good for real estate, fit for you as a real estate agent. Quickly creating an account. Most of you, I would imagine, probably have one, but you just haven't really done anything with it. So we'll definitely get into why a personal versus a business. There's a couple different thoughts on that one. The nice thing is Instagram allows you to have multiple different accounts based on professional or business. How to find followers. Right away, obviously inviting your friends to connect with you is important. Creating content, and then obviously a little bit into the IG stories and tools that are available for you that pair well with Instagram and using your app. All right, so some statistics for you that definitely are pretty crazy. Over 1 billion people are currently using Instagram. Definitely the fastest growing. Well, some would say that some would say the Snapchat's one of the fastest growing, but for the age demographic we're really targeting right now, especially for new first time home buyers, is going to be on Instagram. Over 500 monthly users are currently on there on a daily basis that are cranking through and joining on and looking at the content. 80% of Instagram followers follow a business account, and I know I do, whether it's an apparel, a restaurant, retailer, online service provider, you name it. If you're in business, you definitely got to have an Instagram account, because we want to see what it's like, your culture behind the scenes, what's happening. I've had a couple clients before where I've struggled because I was like, I don't know how I can make pest elimination sexy, but let's go for it, right? And you'd be surprised. There's a lot of great content there that people don't know about when it comes to how do we inspect a home for infestations, how do we get rid of them, and it's a great way for people to learn about your business. So it can be for everybody. And really, like everything, what you put into it's what you're going to get out of it. 60% of Instagram users first heard of a product or service on Instagram. So a great platform for a new service or product to get out there. And especially you guys as real estate agents, personal branding is important, and Instagram is going to allow you to do that. Over 34% of agents, uh, roughly right now, licensed real estate agents in the US are on Instagram. So there's a lot of real estate there, a lot of market share available for you guys that aren't being used by agents. And that could be whether there's a rub or a pain point for using Instagram. I know my mom is reluctant to get on Facebook and doesn't have Instagram, so I always have to text message her photos. But there's just that demographic out there that's going to be resistant to using social media. But for real estate agents, I can't emphasize enough for you guys the reward and the ability for you to grow your personality and your business brand is exponential on Instagram for sure. What do we got? Next one, 59% of millennials. I mentioned a minute ago, 59% of millennials, largest first-time home buyer, are on Instagram. Guys, millennials are consuming content different than they have for us Gen Xers and older. They're not flipping through magazines. They're not sitting and watching TV commercials. Hell, they're not even looking up when they're driving. Okay, we're not looking at billboards. We're not looking at bus stop terminals. We are on our mobile device. We literally have our head down and we're doing this. And if you're not here, you're not in business. And so for you folks who are targeting first-time home buyers, the largest demographic is going to be millennials. That's where they're at, and that's where they're learning about new products and services. So again, important for you to be there and to be consistent while you're there, putting good content out. Instagram posts, this is a crazy statistic. Instagram posts with your face or a face in the photo, 38% more likes. So you guys, it's standard for our industry to, be up in your marketing, right? We all have the headshots for our business cards and for our marketing material. And so Instagram is a great fit in that respect. You guys understand as real estate agents, first impressions are everything. And Instagram is a very visual platform. And so having great photography with you in there from time to time is going to help you grow your audience and engagement. And Instagram has reported, and through its analytics, that they've shown that more engagement when you're in the photo. So for anyone who's apprehensive about being on camera, no one's really caring or judging, and if they are, whatever. We don't. What's the those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So don't care about what people think about you. Get in there, get some good shots of yourself, and use Instagram in order to convey your personal branding. You'll definitely pay you off. So 10 reasons why realtors should be using Instagram. This is just a quick compiling a list for you guys on why it's a good fit. So obviously it's a free form of advertising. There's no cost associated unless you want to run ads or promote yourself through Instagram, which is super easy to do. And for a few bucks a day, you can really get a lot of additional eyeballs on your content. Highly visible listings. So your sellers, they're going to ask you, hey, what are you doing to get my listing out there? And right now, because of the market and low inventory, we don't have to do much, but still good to showcase what you're doing, because it's not just about selling the house. It's also about people who are learning about you, learning about your business, seeing what we call social proof. I'm going on social media and I'm seeing proof that you are an agent, and this is the caliber of homes that you work with. And these are some of the tutorials that you're sharing with agents on how to flush a hot water heater that you should be doing once a year, or partnering with the landscaper and talking about some curb appeal when it comes time to sell the house. Educating your audience beforehand is important, and Instagram's a great way to do it with all the tools that they have available. You don't have to compete with Zillow and Realtor.com. That's the great thing about Instagram. Social media in general levels the playing field for all of us small business owners. We don't have to have big budgets in order to get exposure for our business. We can use this tool in order to do so. Average income for is higher on Instagram users than you would find on any other platform. So much more affluent, much more educated, and a great qualified buyer. Also, 40% of Instagram users, higher level of disposable income. Again, a great statistic that I recently came across. Hashtags for Instagram are awesome. They are basically like SEO, so search engine optimization. Hashtags are huge and a big component to using Instagram, and not just any old hashtag, using appropriate hashtags. So whether you're an hashtag, AZ Realtor, AZ Arizona Realtor, Arizona Real Estate, Phoenix Real Estate, they will help with filtrations. We'll get into why hashtags exist and how to use them appropriately in your content later in the slides here. But definitely understanding that hashtags are important and using those appropriately for your content. More engagement means higher ranking. I will get into the algorithm part of Instagram. That is a big component because the algorithm, the AI, their artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, watches our habits. They watch what we are watching. The algorithm software is looking at the content that we look at, the things that we like, the people that we follow, the places that we check in, and they're building a demographic around us for what we like and what we think we would like, so that they can better serve us content when we're on Instagram. Their goal is to keep us on there as long as possible. You're going to be rewarded as a real estate agent for putting out good content that people like and engage in. And the next time you come back in to put your social content on, you'll get more organic reach. So when I say building a demographic on you, just understanding who you are as an audience to better pair you with potential businesses and other friends and influencers and so on. Instagram's a great place for you to look like a pro with little to no experience. If you're just starting out as an agent, there's still a lot of folks going through school and getting their license. You have an opportunity to use Instagram to give off the perception that you're busy. You can fill those times in between maybe not having a listing and showcasing a neighborhood that you'd like to get into, or that you know very well, and hoping to establish yourself as a neighborhood mayor. You can showcase historical areas, hiking, biking, anywhere that's, fun things to highlight in the community. Splash pads this time of year that are open. What are the restrictions right now as far as following CDC guidelines? Just being a general connector with Instagram is great, and putting out high value content is important in that respect. As I mentioned, show what you know about the neighborhood. Be the neighborhood mayor. Be the real estate expert for that area, for that zip code. Using Instagram to do so is a great way to do it. And of course, video. I cannot emphasize this enough. They have awesome opportunities for you guys to create video content, whether that's in the form of stories, IGTV, which is more of a longer format. If it's under an hour, sometimes I'll take my videos and I'll put them into IGTV. What's some other ones? There's Reels now, which is REELS. Reels is mimicking Snapchat, creating short form, funny content. It doesn't always have to be funny. It can always be educational. We see the TikTok dancers and everyone doing little routines and whatnot. But for us as agents, we don't have to do that. Now, hey, if you can bust a move, great. That's awesome. Get it on there, showcase your personality. But for us as agents, we can use that to empower, and we can use that content. Get ahead of myself. We use that content in order to showcase us as agents. So if you haven't done so, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you have, but downloading the app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store is easy to do. Once you log in and create the account, you're good to go and off and running. I would imagine that most of us already have. There's two thoughts here. One is you can create a personal account. If you already have one, fantastic. Maybe you want to create a second account that is a business account, or now what they call professional account. The professional account will allow you to then unlock some additional features that a personal account does not have. It used to be that if you wanted to have more than one account, you could, but you had to log out of the app and then log back in with that new profile and that new handle and the new password if it were, a business. But now you can toggle back and forth, which is fantastic. And for a lot of marketers like myself, it has made life a lot easier. But you can create a second account. And I know a lot of agents who have a personal account where it's just friends, family, personal information or personal content, and then they actually have a Keith Flynn real estate agent or whatever business account, and they'll toggle back and forth based on what they'd like to post that day and to what account. So really up to you. You could ask that question of anybody. Do you keep them separate? Do you merge the two? I commingle content sometimes, so I haven't had two separate ones yet. But it's just really up to you guys when it goes to creating an account. So as you can see there, personal versus professional, completely up to you, but you can do both, which is nice. And then when choosing a name, especially for your business, identify what you do, either realtor, real estate agent, real estate professional, in the name. There hasn't been too much of if there's any questions from AAR, NAR, I know that when it comes to just at least identifying yourself as an agent in your handle, and then your marketing material just adhering to the same practices and guidance or compliance. Sorry. So professional profile. As you can see here on the screen, these are several different screen grabs starting from left to right. If you go with a professional account, when I mentioned about having insights, your content for this particular example here is a post of me from moons ago, and there's just below your content when you post, there's a view insights button. Now I'm looking at my Instagram or a Instagram handle while I'm doing this because let's see. Yep. When you click on the view insights, obviously your post insights is going to show you a snapshot of how people found your content, how many visited your profile, how many reach, what was your reach for this particular content. And you can see right here, I'm just all over the place and I apologize. All right, you can see right here under followed, 315 accounts reached. I reached 315 accounts with this particular post. 31% were not following me. So that shows you that it's not just your followers are going to see your content, but that's great for gaining, growing your audience is an awesome opportunity for you there. I'm sorry, I have a very touchy mouse right now, so I'll try to leave it alone. Impressions, 338 impressions, or anytime your content physically shows up on somebody's screen. You can always have multiple times that your content shows up. So you'll see there how often your content showed up for this particular post. People who saw your content from your home screen, from a hashtag. Now that's a big one. Moving over here to the next one, same shot, just want to emphasize the 99. Using hashtags, 99 people of the 315 found my content by way of a hashtag. So that's awesome, guys. And when your hashtag is irrelevant, if it's relevant to what you're posting, as I mentioned, AZ Real Estate, AZ Realtor, whatever the case may be, you're going to get more exposure for your content and organically, which is awesome. So definitely wanted to highlight the emphasis of using hashtags. One little tip that I like to do is I like to go into the likes, right? So, whenever someone clicks on the heart button, and I like to go into the likes and I like to scroll through everyone who's liked my content and see, am I following the people who have commented or at least taken the time to like my content? As you can see here, yes, I'm following, but then I noticed one here, I was not following them. So to be proactive in gaming the algorithm, you want to follow back anyone who's engaged with your content. And you could even go a step further and just shoot them a quick DM, a direct message. Hey, thank you so much for liking my post. Put a question back on them. Are you in the real estate industry, or are you someone who, whatever the question may be related to the post that you posted. Engage them in conversation, not only because you're going to start a relationship or at least engage them in conversation and thank them, but the algorithm is watching you as well. And we say this a lot. I said a lot on my other posts or on my other classes. Don't post and ghost. If you're just posting, you're just broadcasting, and that's just basically you standing at the top of a mountain with a megaphone and screaming at everybody and then walking away. People want to engage, and as a real estate agent, you guys understand the importance of building a relationship. And so this is an opportunity to do so at scale using Instagram. And so a quick couple of clicks with your thumb and write a quick message. Thank you so much for liking the content. I look forward to seeing your content as well. And then ask a question back on them and see if you can get them to engage in actual conversation. So that's one of the big benefits that I like with using your professional insights. You'll get that with a professional account. You won't see that with a personal. So, and there's a ton of additional insights in there that will really benefit you as well. And I think I might get into the slides here shortly that will show that. Your bio. Your bio is a big one, guys. Your bio is your resume. It's the first thing that people see when they visit your Instagram account. And so just some tips for you here when it comes to creating your bio. As you can see here, Brenda, the example that I've given, she has the word realtor at the end of her name. So immediately identify her as being a real estate agent. She has a nice professional headshot. Save the funny dress down casual shot for your personal one. It is industry standard. We want to put our best foot forward and give it a nice professional headshot. For you guys, if you're using it on LinkedIn, you can use it here as well, since that is a great way to have some professional personal branding. Be straightforward with your content, or who you are. As you see here, she uses hashtags in her bio. Great tactic to do. Hashtags do show up. They are searchable when you are looking for somebody and you wanted to learn about them or what they do. She obviously identifies that she's a real estate agent, selling and buying. Hashtag Orlando, Florida. So she's identified her area in which she works and plays. And, some personal information there at the end. She's a mom and a wife. And then she has her email address in there. Or not her email address, her website, which is important too. Be mindful, it's 150 characters, so you do want to keep it short, but using something similar to this, and I have some other examples here for you, will really help with creating a nice eye-catching profile. So the breakdown of it here, this is kind of the blueprint of your bio. You've got your profile image, you've got your company name, your category, then you have your quick little bio on what you do, who you are, why you do it. Hashtags are good to go. Emojis are fun. They also make your bio a little more aesthetically fun and pleasing. And then, of course, a call to action. Tell us what you want to do. Reach out to me if you're looking for a free home evaluation, or if you or someone you know is moving into the Phoenix area, specialize in helping out-of-state buyers, whatever your differentiating factor is, make sure you drop it into your bio as well. And then, of course, the last one there at the bottom, adding multiple links. They allow you to integrate a link. There's a couple different versions of it. There's link in your bio, Sorby, Linktree. What that is if you go to Linktree or Google Linktree, there's a couple different versions. They allow you to increase and optimize additional traffic to your other social media platforms. So in this case, the link that lives at the bottom of my profile, my bio, would then take them to another page called Linktree, and I can add in my Twitter handle, my LinkedIn account, my website. You can do a link to a future property. Click on the link in my bio for current listings, and you can list out links, each individual listing. You can put the street address as the name. This is all a totally customizable fields here, really easy to use. And then, if there's other areas you are on in social media, you can increase your exposure and get some additional traffic to your brands. Yes, Linda. My personal one is private due to that I have a lot of former high school students on there. Do I make the professional one public? Professional will be public by default. So you're good to go there. And of course, anything professional. And Linda, I think in your situation, and because I have a little bit of an understanding and some context, you would be a perfect candidate for someone to have a professional and then a personal and then just toggle back and forth. Super easy to do. The toggling features at the top of the screen on your device. And I'll show you an example here. There's a couple different ways to do it, but when you're on the home screen, like obviously for West USA, at the top, I would just top up here, and then it would give you my other options. You can go back and forth, and I think for anyone who has a hard time differentiating the two sometimes or keeping things neat, I think having two accounts is totally doable and fine. Just remember which one you're on when you go to post. That's all it really is. All right. So that's your link bio. I think it's a great one to do. Just another example of your homepage. Treat your Instagram as your homepage for your website, just like for your website, but this is obviously going to be for your Instagram. There's no real wrong way to do it. There's 3 examples here, a couple of social media influencers, and then obviously Canva has their own Instagram account too. You can see, really just depending on what you want to get out as far as a message. I always say take the time and visit other profiles of people that you are influenced by and see how they have their bio set up. An ethical life hack is to see what someone else is doing and then make it your own. There's no wrong way really to do it, unless you're just offensive and have some bad emojis in there. But whatever's going to showcase you, differentiate you from your other agents in the area, and then use that to customize your bio out is totally easy to do. All right, so finding friends, right? So let's get going. Let's say we've got an Instagram account, but we really haven't done our way or gone our way of finding other friends, family, and then influencers. One of the things I don't hear enough of is folks taking the time to use the search feature, which is a little the little magnifying glass at the bottom of the screen, and then going into search and searching for related content for the industry you're in, seeing what other agents are putting out there, whether it's through the accounts, through tags, which is hashtags, and then places. You can visit. There's a fun one that not enough people do is when they go to the search there, right here, and go to places. You can see content that people have posted when they've checked in somewhere. So let's say I'm at, Camelback Mountain going on a hike, and I take a photo at the top, checking in, then tags my content to that specific place. And so going through those places as an agent, if you're posting content, you're out and about, you're visiting a mom and pop shop, you're at an elementary school interviewing the principal about the upcoming school year, or talking to the crossing guard because she's been a staple in the community for 30 years. Everybody's got a fun story to tell, and if you're supposed to be the neighborhood mayor, the expert in the area, make sure you're checking in and using the location base, because they will filter into these places, and when they filter into the places, your content is getting additional exposure. And as a real estate agent, you're further branding your message and your brand as an agent in the area in which you serve. So anytime if I'm at a location and they have one, I always tag the location. If I'm a big time hamburger eater and I visit Lenny's location and I want to see everyone who's ever checked in at Lenny's and the content they've posted, I can filter out that content and see just photos that were taken while they were there at that Lenny's location, and so on. You can play that out over anything: Grand Canyon, water parks, nightlife, restaurants, you name it. So be mindful of that. I don't see people use the location based a lot, but you guys as agents should be doing that, because if you say that area, then you better be checking in and posting content in that area, and it's only going to get you further exposure as well. And remember, put your face in there. 38% more likes. So do a simple search, Arizona real estate. Anybody who pops up with accounts, top would be like the most engaged content based on your keyword search. So if I'm searching for hiking and then I use top, I'm going to see the most engaged, the most visited content based on hiking. If I did hiking places, then I can filter in to more geographical locations such as here in Arizona. So using that search feature is going to really benefit you a lot, especially for someone who's getting going with Instagram. Go discover what other people are doing, like, comment, share it. If you see something you like, save it. Instagram has an awesome feature for you guys to save content, and you can save it and create categories or catalogs. I've got one called IG marketing. I've got a foodie one. I've got a beer one. If it's content and it's a recipe or a how-to or something that I would like to duplicate but make it my own, I'll save that content. That's that little ribbon in the corner. Let me go back a few slides here to this post. See that little ribbon right here in the corner of any content. This little ribbon right there is going to be a save. Save it. Even if it's something, if it's really long or a long video, I'll save it, throw it into a category to watch later. Because things disappear, more content is added to the site or to the Instagram account, and things can get away from you real quick, and you can never get back to it. Save it to go back and watch later. That's a great tool for you guys, especially if you're looking to replicate or do something that somebody else is currently doing. All right, drink of water. Instagram's algorithm, the elusive algorithm. So when it comes to Instagram's algorithm, Facebook's algorithm, their AI, no one really knows what and how it works, because then there would be no point in doing that. We could always game the system, and then we'd all have great content that everyone sees. Best we can tell from experts who've tested again, and then put out articles and everything you can think of. The algorithm really is designed for twofold. One, to enhance the experience of the people who are using Instagram, and the second one is really for making sure that the right content gets to you that they think is going to be beneficial, and that they're going to want to keep you coming back. I mean, because no one wants a boring experience. And the better the algorithm can serve you content that you're going to want to look at, the more you'll come back onto the site and use Instagram. And that's why they make so much money they do. So Instagram is going to show you new posts to small number of followers. It's going to show your new post to a small number of followers, and then see not only did they like it or comment or share, save, like those are all obvious ones, but as I'm scrolling through the content, if I stop and I leave it up on my screen for 2, 3, 4 seconds, that tells them that, oh, okay, he's really looking at this at length. That's a small percentage that goes to your favor as good content. The algorithm is really going to recognize all the good stuff. If someone saves your content, that's the most reward you can get for your content. Someone saves your content to one of their catalogs is the biggest one. If they comment, great. Like is probably the least amount. Sharing is a big one, either through a direct message or resharing to your stories is a big one as well. When your content has a mix of all that, a like, a comment, a share, especially a save, Instagram's going to flag that content as being really high value. The next time you post content, it's going to give you, you're ranking up as far as quality content. They're going to cast out your content next time to more people organically. Remember back on that previous slide, 99 or 315, there was 31% of them weren't even following me. That number will grow, and that helps with your growth as you grow in Instagram. So you're rewarded for putting out good content, shareable content, likable content. Basically, the algorithm is comparing your current post with your future posts, and rewarding you in so that when it's good content. And then Instagram shows it to more people if it's better, obviously to less people if it's worse. And that's why having a professional account is awesome, because you'll have those insights, and you can go through and see, how did my past content perform? And like, okay, nobody really liked, Bad Joke Day, or everyone loves if it's a puppy. I know Mike Weinstein always says, hey, if you don't have anything to post something about it with a dog in it. People eat that stuff up, and he's right. I mean, they do. The anything with dogs, Linda, you'd be a great example. I know you've got some cuties over there. And people they just love seeing dogs. There's something calming about it. So if I saw one where it was a sad puppy, and they're like, and it was like even your dog wants to go live in a new home. So have fun with it. There's so many examples out there you guys can you make your and use your own. And if you're obviously at the end of the day, if your content performs well and algorithm sees that, you're only going to grow your content some more. So when we talk about great content, some ideas for you guys. Motivational quotes on Mondays are real popular. Everyone likes to be inspired, daily affirmation, that type of thing. Lifestyle posts are a big one. A lot of agents, you got personal branding is you're living a lifestyle, and whether it's behind the scenes or you just got back in the car from an open house and you recapping what you just spoke about, or that you're sharing new information with them is a great post content as well. Asking questions, tons of opportunity for you guys to ask questions, whether in through your content or in the actual post itself, encouraging people to respond so that you can then start a conversation. Testimonials are really big. Last week we did Canva basics, and I told you guys to take your reviews, your testimonials, and repurpose those for your Instagram or your Facebook account. If someone does a review for you on Realtor or Zillow, there's no reason why you can't go grab a snippet from the review, create a post, and then do a little hat tip, a thank you to Keith F for a recent review on Realtor.com. If you or someone you know is looking to purchase a home, I'd love to help you. I am an expert in XYZ area. So using reviews and testimonials. And I know agents who will ask a past client, hey, do you mind doing like a little 30-second video for me on why you liked using me, or what, your experience using me as an agent? And then you can use that as a post and tag them in it and say thank you. Great opportunity for them to do that. Behind the scenes, as I mentioned, you guys, there's a lot of fun stuff going on. You're out and about driving around. So there's a lot to capture in that respect. Fun facts about you, or maybe, fun facts about a neighborhood, or, this used to be, something before it was an old high school and they leveled the area and this is a new infill, whatever little fun facts you can share in that respect. Brand stories are popular. Video content, as I mentioned, is going to be a great one for you guys as well. Instagram has several different ways for you to utilize video. You can do up to a minute in your news feed. You can do 10-second clips for your stories. I think it's up to 7 or 8 clips at a time. So you could string along a little bit of a story in the stories itself, and then add the stickers and so on, which we'll show you here. Reels is a real popular one now, obviously mimicking TikTok. So you can create clips, start and stop, do fun videos in that respect. There's a lot of real estate agents who are doing a lot of creative stuff with that tool as well. And then the long form video is going to be IGTV. That'd be a great example if maybe you wanted to interview a vendor, title loan contractor, get somebody on camera with you. That's always the fun one, especially for those who are apprehensive about being on camera. If you can get someone else on camera with you, maybe you set up a Zoom call, hit record on the Zoom. You guys are side by side. You don't have to be in the same room. Go through 3 top things that people need to know before they even can get pre-qualified. What should you have in line with your credit? What should you have lined up with, the balanced debt ratio? Whatever it is you can talk about, ask your vendors to help out. And I'm sure there's 3 things that they can think of right away. Your frequently most asked questions, each one of those is a great video content. Knock it out. Don't put too much emphasis on having lighting and a microphone and being, all done up. People just want genuine authenticity when it comes to creating video, and it's statistically shown that sometimes when it's overproduced or there's too much production value to it, it's not watched as much. People feel it's very commercial. So before and after photos, and of course listing photos as well. Hey, listing photos, guys, carousel ads. If you want to increase your engagement and game the algorithm, probably one of the coolest things you can do is use the carousel ad feature on your account. Now, what I mean by that, and I know this is ghetto because I'm totally having to just like show you my screen, but we'll get to next time we do this. We'll do a screen grab. When you go to create um, a um, a carousel ad, they changed the feature a little bit, but you'll see. I don't know. You probably can't even see that. Let me see right there. Yeah, there's a little tab there, the little blue guy right there. When you go to post one single photo, you're going to hold down on the photo that you'd like to use, and then you'll get these multiple photo images here. You're going to tap on that, and it allows you to select up to 10 photos, especially for a listing or a home or a featured area. Use the carousel ad because when I stop and I see there's more than one photo, now I'm going to thumb left. Okay. And now the ticker's going, the timer's going, and the algorithm is seeing, okay, he's on this post for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, and so on. That tells the algorithm that the content is high value because it's worthy enough for me to stop scrolling, thumb stopping content, and go through all the photos. Now, you guys know first impressions are everything. So, with these two photos side by side as an example here for you, which one would you stop and go through and take a look at? Right? We want to have a nice, stunning photo, a beautiful interior shot. Maybe the second shot in is then the exterior again, up close. Front yard maintenance is done. Put your best foot forward. Okay, we want to show dead grass and overtrimmed or overgrown bushes. But you'll notice right below there, and I'm sure you guys have all seen it on Instagram, those little dots below there indicate, hey, there's more than one photo. And the longer I spend on that post, the algorithm is going to credit me and say, hey, this is high value content, and I'm going to get rewarded for that. I will be rewarded for that, especially if they like, comment, or share. Maybe the last photo of your carousel is a call to action photo of you, your contact information, maybe your website, and that you've created on Canva. And that's just one that you've got in your camera roll that you always add as the last slide, right? Tell your customer what you want them to do. Hey, if you know someone who's looking to purchase a home in the North Valley area, that I'm, an expert in Paradise Valley, call me, and then put your phone number in there. Maybe you have the shot of you, in the corner, branding yourself. But that's always your static fifth slide or your 10th slide that lives at the end of all your carousel ads. Anchoring in again, your brand, who you are, and a call to action. Tell them what you want them to do and use the carousel ad in that respect. You'll definitely benefit from it. Here's some other examples of carousel ads or collage. Tons of free ads or tons of free apps out there. Canva offers a collage component to it. Anything you can do to get your audience to stop scrolling and spend more time on your content is going to benefit you considerably. And so if you don't want to do a carousel ad of your listings or, a featured area of town or a restaurant, maybe you do 5 best patios to sit on. Well, probably too late now. It's pretty warm out there. But 5 best patios to sit at when the weather is great. And each one of them is a shot of the patio and, around town or wherever in a neighborhood. And you can add to that piece by talking about what they're known for. Number one menu item, beers on tap, kid friendly, whatever the case may be. There's a lot you can do to showcase your knowledge of the neighborhood, and using carousel ads is a great way to do it. On the right there is a collage for you guys. So maybe not the carousel, but we do a collage. Nice little cabin around town, or not around town, a cabin up in north. And you take several shots from different vantage points. There's none of them having the interior here, but if you did one, maybe this is a listing exterior shot. Small images would be then interior. Again, getting them to stop on your content and take a look at it. So, any questions? We're good. We're good. Rock and rolling. All right, everyone's still engaged. Awesome. Instagram stories. So for you guys who don't know, Instagram stories are designed to delete after 24 hours. Now, they're not going to delete from your archive. They will just no longer be seen by your audience. Instagram stories are a fun way for you guys to create content right then and there. It plays onto what they call FOMO, fear of missing out. So if I see the stories at the top of my screen, which live here above your content, people are going to click on your content and look at your stories, and they know that it's happened in the last 24 hours. And so this could be the fun stuff that's behind the scenes, to and from meeting with clients or showcasing a neighborhood. I know folks will post in their news feed and then share it as a story. That's an option for you as well. But there's a lot of different ways for people to discover your content. They may come in by way of watching stories, and yours is automatically fed to as the next content, and then they learn more about you and go to your page and see your feed that doesn't delete or doesn't go away. One of the things you want to do when creating stories is create highlights. And I thought I had a slide here. We'll get to that. You can categorize all your stories if you want them to live on and people can see them again as highlights. And they'll be the little circles that live above your news feed. So your content can be seen after 24 hours as long as you categorize them into your highlights. That's basically just archiving them there so other people can see them after the fact. You don't have to archive everything in a category. Some people choose not to. It's just really up to you. But in doing so, you know that your content can live on. I've seen real estate agents do some really cool stuff where they'll create categories on new builds or flips. They'll create a category for geographical areas, Phoenix, Glendale, Tucson, so on. And then that content is just made up of that topic. When it comes to using your Instagram stories, one of the neat features that we have, and I'm sure you've seen before, are called stickers, animated GIFs. They are a fun way to jazz up your content. And when you share your video stories, you can add these stickers really to express yourself in a more fun and unique way. And one of the things that we've done here at West USA, let me see if I can hit play here for you. There we go. One of the fun things we've done is we've created some animated stickers, GIFs that are branded for the brokerage. And so all you need to do is when you're on your content and you swipe up to or you tap on the little sticker icon at the very top, that will allow you to do a search for by using West USA as the keywords. And I'll show you again here, right there at the top, West USA at the top here. And then we've got a sold. We've got some animation logos just listed, open house, static image of our logo, and then the home at West USA. Oh yeah, and the house, another just sold too as well. Forgot about that little guy. Fun things to use. They're meant to grab people's attention as they're scrolling through your content. So highly recommend using those. And one last thing too, guys, if you ever tag West USA in your content on Instagram stories, that's just the @ symbol and then West USA Realty. It'll notify me, notify us that we've been tagged in your content. And then with an Instagram story, that allows me to reshare it, and we can share it from a broker standpoint. And again, we've got close to 1,600 people following us, and so always share the love and push your content out for you as well. Stickers, doodles, polls, text, and locations. Those are additional options for you here when you scroll through and choose your stickers. You guys can increase your engagement by asking questions or polls. We recently just did one on Instagram for tomorrow's National Donut Day. And so we named off a couple of mom and pop places if anyone visit those and what their thoughts were. But polls and questions will engage people, get people to answer your questions. There's a sticker for, let's see if I have one here. There's a sticker for just general questions. Do you have any questions at all? And then people will ask you and you can respond and share your response as content. So a great way, again, to create content for your Instagram posts. Let me see here if I can find. All right. Yeah, so you guys have probably seen on Instagram stories before. You've got, it's probably hard to see. Yeah, that's not going to be well. All right. There is a quiz, there's polls, there's countdown. So you have an open house coming up. You can use the countdown one. It'll show as open house sneak peek in 3 days, 2 hours and 22 minutes, whatever the case may be. The questions is really awesome. Ask me a question or related to real estate, and then people can ask you. You can share the responses. You're increasing engagement. You're encouraging engagement, and then you can repurpose that content for a next post. And then, informing and educating your audience is a fantastic way to do that. Some examples for you guys when it comes to creating content. There are a number of cool templates on canva.com. I know I've mentioned Canva in the past. I love using it. I know a lot of agents do as well. They create templates regarded or related to real estate that you can just repurpose and put your own home in there and your listing. Add the details as far as who, what, when, where, what, how much, what areas, things of that nature. And the IG story templates are fantastic to use. I even know there's actually quite a few designers who sell template packages on Etsy, which is really cool. They have different styles and themes, color palettes that may be fun for you. And for minimal investment, you can purchase those templates and then always have those and create a more standardized look related to what it is that you want to post. So for tips for you guys for when it comes to posting, as I mentioned earlier, posting daily on your news feed is important. At least once a day on your news feed. And then in stories, if you want to be successful, you certainly want to make sure to post anything that's educational, entertaining, empowering, engaging. That way, people will look for your content and be more apt to stop and look at it in the future because you've put out great content in the past. Rule of thumb I like when it comes to Instagram is at least 1 to 2 posts on your news feed daily, or 1 post on your news feed daily, 2 to 3 stories a day. Real quick. I mean, I know sometimes it seems trivial, like, oh, cool, like here's my lunch I'm eating, but you guys can spin it as agents and say, I'm at, a habit a burger. This is their number one menu item. Spoke to the manager. They're hiring, or these are the new hours of operations. You can always educate and entertain at the same time. It doesn't always just have to be something arbitrary or like a post of your food. Go outside of the norm, real estate related or nightlife and restaurant related. Get into nonprofits, food banks, or charities. See if you can help them out. If you can get someone on camera and do a quick little interview, we're doing water drives this summer. Then after that, we're gearing up for the holidays. So the customary things is obviously your toys for the kids, food for the shelters, Thanksgiving, food drives, and so on. If there's anything you can do again to be a connector and to showcase how Desert Mission Food Bank services this area, and how can you help, you're putting that piece of content out there at the same time establishing some brand continuity. As I mentioned, get with a lender, stager, photographer. If you got a photography friend, see if you can get them to give some tips on, hey, we're going to go about it our own. We're not going to hire a photographer, but what are some shots that I could at least, look for or set myself up for? So when I take these photos of our home, we're putting a good product out there. School crossing guard, as I mentioned earlier, that was fun when I saw someone do one time. Everyone sees and waves to that lady, but they don't ever talk to her except for maybe the kids. So I saw a video that was pretty neat how she did that. All right. Hashtags. So jumping back into hashtags, simple keyword phrase for hashtags help you filter out what you're looking for. Again, the hashtag is the pound symbol and then whatever the word is. And as you can see there, doing a search for tags, you see what tags are popular. Obviously, hashtag Motivational Monday, 2.2 million photographs with the hashtag Motivational Monday. If you're ever looking for hashtags to use that's relevant to your content, try to find something that's a lower number, 950, 492. It's just not as competitive. So there's a better chance that your content will be seen, which will help you out as well. And then you can further engagement. motivation just 86 million. You're going to be mixed in with everybody else, and you're not going to have any of your content discovered. So if you can find a hashtag that's relevant, one that doesn't have a lot of posts, so you're not competing with a lot of other content, that'll help you get some more engagement. Of course, always tag hashtag West USA Realty when you're posting your content. I always filter through there too and do my best to see what's happening with our agents and what's fun and what they're creating and liking and engaging as possible. Any question on hashtags for you guys? I know they're kind of like people get miffed sometimes on those, but let me know if you have any questions for sure. There's a ton of hashtag websites out there that they'll show you what's trending, what's popular. Obviously, if the Grammys are coming up, hashtag Grammy or 2001, or 2021. Sorry. So hashtags will change what's trending based on what's happening out in public, and finding what's going to work best and it's relevant to your content is important as well. Don't put hashtag Taylor Swift on a listing. If you're just trying to get some eyeballs from the Taylor Swift community, that's considered hashtag jacking. And the algorithm, if the hashtag is not relevant to what is on screen, you can get dinged for that, and it'll just drop your weight. Apps for you guys that will work really well. Number one app for Instagram, I think, for creating content is Canva. Certainly, a lot of people use it. There's some other apps. Again, Canva is also desktop and app version. Over is a great one that is app only. So you'll be creating content on your phone. Some people don't like that because they want to see more of the image than using this little screen. Number one video app, InShot. I love InShot. You can edit your content. You can drag and drop your clips. You can trim your video. If you're someone who's like, up here and you hit play and then you back away, you want to cut that part out. You want to cut the part where your finger is touching the screen. You can do that with the app. You can shorten your clips, clip off, you walking to and from the camera. Any outtakes or mess ups you can cut out there as well. InShot's also too awesome because you could add royalty-free music to your content, and I believe it has a voiceover component to it. So I know a lot of agents will go into a home, an open house, and they'll just do some pan shots, walk and talks, or they'll just walk and then clip all their clips together, and then do a voiceover for the whole slideshow, I guess you could say, or a video montage. And they'll do the voiceover once you're in a more quiet environment. Empty houses can be loud and tingy, can be very hard to listen to. So they'll shoot and then just go home and do the voiceover after the fact. And I think that's a great tool to use for there. If you're looking to plan your Instagram, this is for kind of like a 2.0 level user who you want to plan out what you want to post. They've got a great grid editorial calendar. You can go through and see what's going to work best for you. Assigning Monday as a motivational, Wednesday as a open house, or an educational tutorial. Friday can be a fun piece. Sitting down with a calendar. This app allows you to do that, plan out your content 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month in advance. And then that way you just not caught off guard waking up in the morning. Oh man, I haven't posted anything. And there you are putting out, not very thoughtful content because you're just scrambling as opposed to putting out really good stuff. And especially if you're going to interview anybody, you can get them emails, questions ahead of time and put your guys' best foot forward. Last one there is Iconosquare. That is more of a analytics app that you can pump in your account to. You can see what hashtags are trending, who's visiting what Instagram accounts. There's just a wealth of information here. Again, a little bit of a 2.0 level power user type apps that are out there for you guys. But if it's something you want to use, I think that's a great suggestion for you for sure. Of course, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, WeChat, UChat. We all chat. No, these are the primary ones where I live and play. And of course, I'd love for you guys to follow me. Getting into the functionality of the actual app, keep an eye on your email for you guys. I want to get past this little glitch that I had this morning, and I want to just basically come in as a co-host on my next session And what I will do is share my screen from my phone. And then I have to unlock a security feature that I don't want to put you guys through that, but it allow me to share my phone, and then we will literally just go through real live content and show you guys. Man, I missed the slide. I could have sworn I had one for you guys, and I apologize. I don't know where it went, but I'll have to figure that out. You guys have any questions for me? Let me know. Feel free to unlock your mic. I'm happy to stick around for a few minutes and we can chat.
Where did you say the stickers are?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Stickers. So stickers, Linda. When after you do my best here, make sure I'm in frame. So I'm gonna hit the plus symbol at the top of the screen. I'm gonna choose story, and I'm going to go to my camera roll here, and I'm going to choose the donuts that I had from last put the last post. Once the photo is now on the screen, I'm going to swipe up, or I can hit the little smiley face. It's a square smiley face that has a corner bent. So a little square smiley face, or I can just swipe up from anywhere on the screen, and now I'm in all the stickers. What's trending. So today's Thursday. There's this is Pride Month, so a lot of the Pride stickers are trending right now. And then there's fun stuff from everything from today's date to the weather outside, whatever the weather is. But there's quizzes, polls, music. If I want to put a little music to my Instagram story, I can. Location is there. That's a big one. So if I were to post location, it's always, if your location service is turned on, it'll always geo-target where you're currently at and give you a list of options. For this case, there's West USA Realty, so I would just drop a West USA Realty tag on there. And I'm going to swipe up again, but this time I'm going to type in West USA and then see what pops up. And then here's all of our stickers that we created. Let's say maybe this is going to be an open house, so I'll drop that pin on there and just jazz it up, have a little more fun with your stickers. Stickers are a lot of fun. Or you get into your the stickers allow you to do a lot of fun things and engage people in conversation. Reels is a completely different Instagram class altogether. So I'm currently working on that, on the best way to share that and show you guys how to create them, because there's so much. Reels is basically like creating a short video with several clips all from within the device. And if anyone has seen TikTok, it's the same premise. It's just their version of it on Instagram. Yeah. So what's another good one for you guys here? As you guys know too, when you go to post on Instagram here, if I were to do a story, I can either, obviously I'm on screen right now. And I can, there's a ton of different filters. On the left hand side here, you tap the arrow down. There's boomerang, which is like a repeated motion of a video. There's different layouts. So if I want to do a 4-square or a grid, I can do these different collages and then add a photo to each one. There's just a ton of different features, and they're always adding new ones. It's unbelievable. And keeping up sometimes can be a bit overwhelming. But the nice thing about the features is if you just start creating something and it doesn't work out, just delete it, back out, and start again. But going through it will help you learn it. They have a photo booth option, which is pretty cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
So is it like Facebook? Do you create your business page from your primary page?
Yes. Easiest thing to do is right now. Now I have a personal account. Well, I have Keith Flynn. It was a personal. I created it. I switched it to a business account. If you want to just create a new one, an entirely separate one, you're just gonna tap on the 3 little dashes in the upper right corner. It's called a hamburger. That's your navigation. You'll tap on that upper right hand corner and go to your settings. And then when you scroll down to the bottom, you can create or choose add account.
Wait. Go back. Sorry.
No problem. You got it.
So I go to my page, my Instagram.
Yeah, are you tap on your face in the bottom right corner?
Okay, and then
Now,
3 lines up right.
yep, 3 lines in the upper top right corner.
Okay.
Then tap on settings, which should be your first one.
Okay.
And then scroll down to the very bottom where it says logins, log info.
Right.
You see where it says add an account?
Yep.
When you tap on that, you can either log into an existing account or create a new account.
What do I want?
You want to create a new account if you don't have a professional one yet.
Okay.
So create a new account, and then it's going to run you through, okay, what's your username? Linda, the real estate guru, or, whatever you want to choose. Linda sells homes, or whatever is going to do it for you. Pick your username for your new account, and then you can always change that later. But once you choose your name, just go through the prompts, just like create a new account. Once you create it, make sure you switch it to a professional one so you have access to the analytics.
Is there a spot where you say professional?
Yeah, it'll tell you. It'll allow you to create under your settings. You'll be able to switch to a professional account.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I can't remember where it pops up, but it's there.
Okay.
You can also go to, when you're in your settings, you can click on account.
Yep.
And then scroll all the way down and it says add professional account or create new professional account right there.
Oh, is that better than clicking on just create account?
Yeah, because I'm already a professional, so it won't say that for me. But as a personal, it'll probably say same place where you go to create, scroll to the bottom, and it'll say switch to a professional account.
It didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah, well, once you create the account, you should be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get to that stuff, once you choose a username and then get to it, you'll be able to change to a professional.
I don't want to do anything wrong like I did on Facebook, over 5,000 people, and then they kicked me out because I You're not allowed.
Yeah, the nice thing about Instagram is you obviously could have more than one. And what's nice about switching between personal and professional, you can always go back. They allow you to toggle back, which is really nice. Sometimes people will go professional and they really don't care for it. They don't need all the analytics, or they just don't want to use them, so they'll just go back to a personal.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so they'll allow you to switch, which is nice. Yeah, so basically when it comes to Instagram, like I mentioned to you guys, consistency is the key. At least one post in your news feed daily, and then 2 to 3 Instagram stories would be a great mix for you guys to if there were a secret sauce to creating content. Consistency is important. The algorithm does pick up on that. And I know that that's something I try to set myself a reminder. I can pretty much improvise and come up with things on the fly. If someone needs to be a little more thoughtful about it, using an editorial calendar is awesome. And then, that's really the nuts and bolts for you guys. If you have any questions, you can always email me after the fact. I'm Keith, Keith at West USA. I take calls all the time. Someone wants to go through something or have a content creation question, I'm happy to help you guys out for sure. Cool. Well, you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. What are we doing next month? What am I doing next month? Let's take a look at the calendar real quick. I should probably promote myself a little bit on that one. What do we got next week? Not next month. Next week's Facebook Basics. So just, again, the basics to creating your Facebook account, 10 a.m. I will send out a link reminder if you're on the email. You'll be receiving that. I'll keep an eye on social media as well. I'll show the replay of this in our closed groups. You guys have been great, as always, and thank you so much. Remember, be kind to one another, be safe out there, and we will see you guys soon.